Hey guys, this is Landon Blake with Redefined Horizons, getting ready to show you another short Inkscape tutorial video. This is going to be the first in a set of videos that shows you how to design a form, just a PDF form in Inkscape on 8.5 by 11 paper. So that's something I do quite a bit at for my work, and so I wanted to show you guys how to do this. So I've got a page set up here. It's 8.5 by 11 paper. I've went in and created a grid. It's a 1/10 of an inch by 2/10 of an inch vertical, and I usually use that spacing for text-heavy documents. I use that 2/10 of an inch vertical spacing as my baseline grid for text, which you'll see in a minute. And so I want to go ahead and start laying out this form, and I'll explain some of the tools we use as we go through it. So the first thing I want to do is just drop in my logo, company logo, and then put the title of the form up here in this first inch or two of the page. So I've got another Inkscape document open here. This was for a slideshow I did, and right down here I've got my logo. It's a group, I already made it a group here. So I'm just going to say edit. Now when you're in the document you want duplicate, but since we're going to go between documents here, we're going to say edit copy. Okay, so copy that, and I usually leave this drawing open because it seems like if you close it sometimes you'll have trouble pasting. So now that I have that, I'm going to just say edit paste, and you can see it drops it in there. Also, if you've got documents set up with the same orientation and size, you can just say paste in place and it'll drop in the same spot. But this page is a different size. So I'm going to zoom in here and we'll get this logo placed. I'm going to try and give myself a 1 inch by 1 inch margin on this particular form. So I'm going to just drop this in here fairly close to I'm just going to drop it right there. There's the logo for my company. Now I need some title text. So I'm going to go ahead and activate the text tool, which we'll be using a lot today. Actually, that's a text dialog. This is the text tool. Just going to do a big window here, and this form is going to be for billing instructions. Okay, now you can see we've got some problems with that text. So I'm going to come over here to my text and font dialog and go to my font, and I know that my company uses, I think we use Trebuchet for our title font. Okay, so I'll apply that, and then you notice I've got there's a line spacing problem here. So if we activate the text tool again, then up here we get our line spacing tool. Okay, so let's this is set in inches. I usually find this works better for me in pixels or percentages, so we'll go pixels, and we'll go alright, so sorry, 20 pixels, that's almost right. Let's try 25, 30, and 40 pixels. Oop. And you can see if you change your text height, it's going to change that setup there. Alright, that looks pretty good. So then what I want to do is I want to make sure I get this text aligned to the grid. So to do that, make your snaps active, and then come down here and turn on your text snap. Okay, now it's snapping to the grid. Alright, and what I want is I want this text here, the way it's lined up, to be even with this line, because this text is even. So you can see I'm pushed down a little too far below that line. So we'll go back to the text tool, and that got set to inches again. So we had 40, looks like it's too tall. We'll try 38. And then when you do that, it moves this, so you gotta re-snap it. And man, that looks like that's about perfect. So 38 pixels on that spacing. Looks good. Now you can see this bottom second row of text lines up good with the grid. Okay, so now we've got the header of our form done. It looks good. I'm just gonna go ahead and put a line in here, just a divider line. And we'll run that over to here for now. Okay. I know something's up with my grid now because I've got it's not lining up even, so let me go check that grid. Yeah, this got messed up. This should be 0.1. Alright, and then I'm going to double click that line and just pull it over because I want a 1-inch margin. Okay, and we might go in and change the thickness and color of that line, but for now I'm going to leave it. So now the header of the form's done. I'm going to go ahead and save my form. I'm going to stop this video, and then when I come back, we'll actually start to lay out the body of the form here.